and Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you to the cantor who said Shabbat Shalom back to me. That was very nice. Everyone should say Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Oh, that's so much better. Thank you very much. So nice to see you on this lovely Shabbat morning, this crisp, frozen Florida winter day. So how many people are visiting from somewhere where it's actually cold? Yes, so this is what's called Florida cold, and if you travel around, you'll see people are in parkas and boots because it dropped below 70. And so that means it is the dead of winter here in Florida. It was chilly this morning. It was like 40.
Yes, I walked the dogs. It was very
You walked
cold.
the dogs, and it was cold. Were you cold this morning? Are you cold right now?
I'm very cold.
You're cold right now?
Yeah.
All right, great. Okay, well, you'll be warmed by I don't know, all of the singing and chanting and Torah reading you have to do. Yay! Yay! That's Cantor Muchnick over there, by the way. I'm Rabbi Keller. We are thrilled that you're here at Congregation B'nai Israel. We'll be celebrating Shabbat together. We'll be celebrating a little bit of some Torah, some moments, and Sylvie is going to help us through all of it as we are witness and present to her chanting as a bat mitzvah, chanting some Torah and aliyot for us on this Shabbat morning. It's going to be really great and really fabulous. Welcome to those of you also on our live stream. If you are watching for wherever you may be in the world, hello and welcome to you as well. Those of you here in the room, your prayer books are under your seat. So everyone can reach under your seat, and that's where the prayer book is. Reach under your seat. They should be right there underneath. If you don't have one under your seat, maybe there's one right under the next seat. But there should be one right under your seat, and it should be blue. And it should say Mishkan Tefillah on the cover, and it should say Shabbat. If the cover of your book doesn't say Shabbat, and instead it says weekday and festival, we have actually one of those sitting right here. If your book says weekday and festival, don't use that one, because it is not a weekday, nor is it a festival. So you should use Shabbat. If it says Shabbat on your cover, then you are good. Those of you in a live stream, we also have a virtual version. So you can go to our website, CBIBoca.org, and then hit menu, and then services, and then scroll down a little bit, and there'll be a button that says virtual prayer book, and then you can chant along and pray along with us throughout our service for the next 3.5 to 4 hours. Two people laughed. Okay, good. Excellent. We can't officially start the service, though, until our bat mitzvah officially has her talit. So we're going to invite her parents up at this time to present her with her talit.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. Thanks for being here. On this Shabbat, we rejoice in your coming of age, in our tradition. As a symbol of your entrance as a responsible member into the Jewish adult community, it is our honor to present you with this talit. This beautiful talit is a special gift from Grandma Shelley and Papa Harvey. We hope you will pass it down in our family, L'dor Vador, from generation to generation. And maybe one day it will be an integral part of your chuppah. That's the next party. On a random Sunday morning, I just wanted to give a little tidbit. On a random Sunday afternoon, Sylvie's Hebrew school teacher, Mora Mira, called me just to say how special you are and that you have real neshama. Neshama in Hebrew is a term of endearment and a way to express that the person has a good, real Jewish soul. So, of course, as your parents, we know this about you, but to hear it from your Hebrew school teacher brought tears to my eyes, and I never felt prouder of you.
Our tradition teaches us to put tzitzis
fringes on the corners of our garments in every generation as a reminder to observe all of God's commandments. Now, as a bat mitzvah, a child of the commandments, you are ready to make moral choices, to grow emotionally and intellectually, and to take responsibility for the mitzvot and your decisions. Be holy unto your God, bring blessings to our world, and may you bring to the household of Israel the same pride and joy, nachas, that you bring to us.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehitatef b'tzitzit.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
We continue now, moving into our morning service with Ma Tovu, which can be found on page 74. We continue with Chatzi Kaddish now, jumping to page 106. 106.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, מהומה דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומייכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו Amen. Yehi shmira b'mvorach le'olam ol mehamaya yitbarach. Yitbarach ve'ishtabach v'itpar v'yitroma v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemei dekudesha berichu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma ve'immeru. Amen.
We continue with our call to worship, the Baruch Hu, page 108. 108, and together we stand. Praised are you, Adonai, creator of all heavenly lights. Baruch atah Adonai yotzer ha-orot. We continue now on page 114, 115.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed.
Please be seated. We continue now on page 116.
V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'elech asher nochi mitzavehav hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibartam ba'am v'shivteha b'veitecha u'lekteha b'derech Ukshok beha uvkumeha, ukshartam leot al yadeha, vehayu letotafot beineinecha, uftavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvishareha, leman tizkeru v'yasitem et kol mitzvotai, v'yitem kedoshim lelohehem, ani Adonai Elohehem. Asher hotzehi etam mi'aretz Mitzrayim liot lahem Elohim ani Adonai Elohehem.
Adonai Elohechem emet. We continue with our song of redemption, Mi Chamocha, 122.
Tehilot, oh, say, חדשה שמחה גאולי לשמחה על שפת הים יחד כולם נודרים ליחו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד צור ישראל קומה בעזרת ישראל ובני חינמך יהודה וישראל גואלנו אדוני צבאות שמו קדוש ישראל ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
As we continue now with the Amidah on page 124, together we stand.
Adonai sefata tifta ufila gite elatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'Anora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim v'Konei Hakol v'Zoher Hastei Avot v'Imahot Uvnei Vigula Livnei V'neihem L'man Shemo Be'ava Mela Ozer Moshe Umagim Baruch Atah Adonai Magin Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mehayei Akol Atavrav Lehoshia Mashifa Ruach Umorid Hagashem Mehakel Hayim Behesed Mahayei Hakol Merachamim Rabu Somech Knofim Verofei Holim Umatir Asurim Umekayei Emunatov Lishenei Afa Michamocha Baal Givurot Umido Mela Melet Memitz Umahayei Umatmia Yeshua V'ne'eman atah lehahayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai mechayei ha'akol.
Continue on page 130.
מקדש את שמך בעולם כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום הכתוב היה נביאך וקרא זה אל זה ואמר
Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sevaot, Melocho haaretz, Kevodo.
עתיר אדירנו אדוני אדוננו מהדיר שמך בכל הארץ
Baruch Kevod Adonai Mimkomo.
Echanu Eloheinu, Hu Avinu Malkeinu, Hu Moshienu ve'Hu Yashmienu, Berachamav le'inei kol chai. Ani Adonai Elohechem.
Yimloch Adonai le'olam, Elohai Yitzion, le'dor v'dor. Hallelujah.
לדור ודור נגיד God לך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, בשבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש
time now for our own silent prayers, thoughts, meditations, beginning here on page 130 through page 142. When you're finished, please be seated. Do you have any snacks? No? In the car? It's fine, okay. I don't know. Is it water? Or if we have maybe snacks, I don't know. Snacks. We're continuing with Oseh Shalom.
Oseh shalom, shalom bimromav, uyaseh shalom aleinu.
In a moment, we're going to start Seder Kriyat HaTorah, the service for reading the Torah on Shabbat morning, but we're going to inviting a whole bunch of people to join us on the bima at this time. So if I call your name, come on up to the bima. You ready? Here we go. Lily Fishman, Malia Levinson. So you can start coming up. Start coming up to the bima. All the grandparents coming up to the bima. So if you're her grandparent, come to the bima. We'll need Laura. We need Scott. And we need Henry. Everyone's coming up. Everyone's coming up. We're on page 244, by the way. It's where we're going to begin. 244.
Ein kamocha Elohim Adonai, vein kema'asecha, malchutecha malchut kol olamim, umemshaltecha bechol dor v'ador. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch leolam moed, Adonai oz le'amo yitein, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom.
Please stand.
Rachamim, eitiva mitzvocha b'tzion. Timnecha mot Yerushalayim, Himecham levad batachnu, Melech el Rabbenisa, Adon olamim.
246 is where we continue. 246.
Ki metzion teitzei Torah, Ki metzion teitzei Torah, u'devar Adonai miYerushalayim, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato.
This Torah is our holiest of doctrine. Within it contains a story of our people. It speaks of our past. It connects to our present. It gives us a guide to our future. It's been carried in the hands of our ancestors, from grandparents to parents to children, in good times or in bad times, in our homeland, celebrating at holidays, at joyous moments. This Torah has kept us strong. At more challenging times, this Torah has kept us strong. As it's passed from generation to generation to generation, from grandparent to parent to child. And so, Sylvie, on this day, we pass the Torah to you from generation to generation to generation.
Ledor vador, ledor vador, ledor vador, nagid God lecha, ulenetzach netzachim, ulenetzach netzachim, kedushatcha nakdish, ledor vador, ledor נצחים, קדושתך
We continue in the middle of page 248.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo, Gadol Adonai iti, uneromema shemo yachtal.
Please be seated. You got all that? All right. Shabbat Shalom again. It's better than last time. Not quite there. By the way, I can see who says Shabbat Shalom, and that's who gets to eat after. So I noticed who said Shabbat Shalom. Yeah, isn't that right there? Yeah. Sylvia's going to be chanting for us from the second book of the Torah. We start the second book of the Torah on this Shabbat. So, second book of the Torah is called the book of Shmot. Where's the thingy?
I know, I don't know where it went. It wasn't there.
Where's the yad? Right. The second book of the Torah is called Shmot, which means names. Oh, we can use that. That's good. Or Exodus has two names. And so she'll be chanting right from the second book of the beginning of the book. And oh, that's nicer. There we go. Drop it in there. Good job. What's amazing about the chanting is, well, not only should be chanting, a whole bunch of people are going to be chanting. We're doing like Torah all day today. There's going to be Torah nonstop, by the way. So lots of chanting. What's cool particularly about Sylvie's chanting, though, is that she's been really, really, really practicing and studying. And even though the Torah scroll itself actually the Torah scroll is like one long run-on sentence. There's no periods, there's no commas, there's no punctuation of any kind. There's no trope are the little symbols that give it tune. None of that is written there. You have to just know what you're doing. And Sylvie knows what she's doing. Isn't that right? Yeah. So she's going to be chanting for us amongst other people who we'll be inviting to join us. We're going to do 7 aliyot this morning. Aliyah means to ascend. And so by ascending, we mean not just come physically up here and stand with us, but also to ascend and be near the presence of the Torah. So we'll be doing 7 different aliyot for us, and you can follow along, by the way, with the Torah blessings if you want to. They're on page 250, if you like, in your prayer books. Those are the Torah blessings. What's that? I know you're not doing the first aliyah.
Okay.
You're not doing I thought you were doing all 7 aliyot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No. So, for the honor of the first aliyah, though, that's Harvey and Rochelle Lefkowitz. Right? Are you guys coming up for the first aliyah? And who's our first chanter? Harvey. Yes. Ya'amdu Chaim ben Binyamin HaKohen ve'Adina Rivka bat Avraham ve'Leah la'aliyat Torah.
Ready? Baruch hu et Adonai hamvarach. Baruch Adonai hamvarach li'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam asher bocha bornu mikol hamim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Vayelech ish mi beit Levi, vayikach et bat Levi, vatahar ha'isha batei leben, batei re'oto ki tov hu, vatachbinehu shlosha yirachim, v'lo yachlot hachbino, vatikach lo tevet gomer, vatachmera bachomer ubazefet, vatashleim ba etana ayeled, vatasem basuf al sifat hayeo.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natan l'putenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yishkoach.
Okay.
For the honor of the second aliyah, Mark and Toby Stein. Yamdu Moshe Chaim ben Tzvi v'Chana v'Toba bat Avum Mordechai v'Malka la'aliyat Torah.
Baruch
Elohim, Baruch Adonai Ed, Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Baruch Shabbat Hashem. That's the go. Baruch Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
Red bot par of lir hot al hayor v'na'arotecha kohot al yad hayor red et hateva betov hasuf vatishla et hamata vatikaheha vatiftaf vatirehu et hayeled v'hinei nar boche v'tachmol alav v'hatomer mi'adei ha'ivrim zeh v'tomer achoto al bat paro ha'eleh v'karati la'isha mineket min ha'ivriot v'tinigla et hayaled v'tomer la bat paro lehi v'tilech ha'ama v'tikra et eim hayaled.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher nitanu Torah temet v'chayei olam atachenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen.
Yeshua koach. Hugs.
Love you, sweet.
For the honor of the third Aliyah, Jason and Erica Flicker, Seth and Stephanie Shockett. Yamdu Yaakov ben Avum veRachel veEsther bat Moshe Chaim veToba veShlomo ben Shmuel veRina Gittel veChaka bat Moshe Chaim veToba Gittel alei Torah. Oh, such good Jewy names. I love it. Oh, come back every week for the Jewy names. Love it. Oh, it's so good. It was a Gittel, as arena in here, the whole thing. I just it's like rabbinic joy. It's so good. All right, I'm sorry. As you were.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hamvarach. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natam Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
V'atomer la bat paro Heli et hayeled hazeh v'heini kihuli va'ani et seharik hatika ha'isha hayeled bat nikehu va'yigdal hayeled bat v'ehu levat paro va'yihila levain v'tikra shemo Moshe v'atomer kimim hamayim meshitihu. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Hey.
For the honor of the fourth Aliyah, Joseph and Mary Smith, and Eric and Karen Fishman. Yamdu Yosef ben Yosef and Miriam, Mabat Chaim HaKohen veRivka, Meir ben Yona Halevi veMalka, veKeren bat Chaim HaKohen veRivka lalei Torah. Oh, so good with the Kohanim too. So good.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hamvarach. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah. Vayihi Bayamim Hahem Vayigdal Moshe Vayetze Elohav Vayar Besivotam Vayach Ish Mitri Makeh Ish Ivrim Echav Vayifem Kovaho Vayar Ki Aim Ish Vayak Et HaMitri Vayitmenehu Baho Vayetze Bayom Hasheni Vehine Shnei Anashim Ivrin Nitzim
ויאמר לרשע למה תכה רעך ויאמר מי צמא לאיש שר בשופט עלינו העל אורגני אתה אומר כאשר הרגת את המצרי וירא משה ויאמר אכן נודע הדבר.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
אמן. יש כוח, יש כוח.
It's got my Judaism.
Very good. So nice. You're chanting amazing. Thank you. Chanting is so good. Your chanting is so good. There's a very good chance we're offering you a spot at the High Holiday.
Wow, thank you. It's an honor. I'll start today.
We'll start today to practice?
Yeah.
Great, okay, perfect.
We can do it right now.
Maybe after you relax. For the fifth Aliyah, the Sachs family. Randy, Marissa, Kayla, and Hannah. Woo! I feel like just moments ago you were standing up here, each of you becoming Banot Mitzvah, and now here
We're back.
You're back. יעמדו בן יצחק, בן דוד ואביבה, וצביה חיה בת שמעון ואסתר, ועילה ליאורה בת ראובן יצחק, וצביה חיה, וחנה נעמי בת ראובן יצחק, ראובן יצחק, וצביה חיה. לעלי התורה.
Baruch hu Adonai hamvarach
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen.
וישמע פרעה את הדבר הזה, ויבקש להרוג את משה, ויברח משה מפני פרעה, וישב בארץ מדיין, וישב על הבאר, וכהן מדיין 7 בנות, ותבונה ותדלנה, ותמלנה את הרהטים, להזכות צאן אביהם. ויבוא הרועים, ויגרשום, ויקום משה ויושיען, להזכות את צאנם. ותבואנה אל רואל אביהם, ויאמר מדוע מהרתן בו היום.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher natan lanu torat emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
For the honor of the 6th Aliyah, Scott and Laura Stein, יעמדו ישראל בן משה וטובה ליבה, וברוכה בת חיים הכהן ורבקה ליל התורה.
Ready? Baruch hu et Adonai hamavarach. Baruch Adonai hamavarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen.
Vatomarna ish mitzri hitzilanu miyad haroim v'gam dalo dalal lanu vayas et hatzon vayomer el benotav ve'ayo lama ze azvaten et ha'ish Kiren lo, vayochal lachem. Vayoel Moshe lashevet et haish. Vayitain et zipora vito leMoshe. Batel et bain. Vayikra et shemo Gershom. Ki amar ger hayiti be'eretz nochriya. Baruch hu et Adonai hamavarach. Oh, sorry. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. For the honor of the seventh Aliyah, Sylvie, Gray, Stein, Ta'amod, Sheva Getel, Bat Yisrael Veliba, Brucha, Bat Mitzvah.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorah. Baruch Adonai hamvorah leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Vayehi bayamim harabim hahem vayamot melech Mitzrayim vayayanchu b'nei Yisrael min ha'avodah vayizaku batal shavatam el ha'elohim min ha'avodah vayishma Elohim et na'akatam vayizkor Elohim et brito et Avraham et Yitzchak ve'et Yaakov. Vayar Elohim et b'nei Yisrael, vayeda Elohim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam natan b'tzohenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
So happy. I do.
Good Torah chanting right there.
Team effort.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. I want to get that one. The Steins have set the bar on 7 aliyot, and everyone in the family is reading Torah. So from now on, everyone's reading Torah. Surprise, by the way, everyone in the room is going to come up here and read Torah in a minute. So we're going to invite you individually, and you're going to read Torah for us. Whether you did it or not, if you did it years ago, you're fine. It's going to be fine. There's plenty of Torah left in the Torah portion, so this is a mighty big Torah portion. So we'll just keep doing that. Fine with you? It'll take another hour, but it's fine. It's all right. Maybe a little longer than an hour. We're going to raise and dress the Torah. So we're on page 252 in your prayer books, in your Siddurim, 252. We're going to invite Eric Fishman, who is going to raise the Torah, and we're going to invite Jared Levinson, who is going to dress the Torah. Did you guys know that which one was doing who? You got it. All right, good. You got the memo? You got the memo? All right. Please stand.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Please be seated.
Sylvia's going to be chanting Haftarah now. You can follow along with the Haftarah blessings if you'd like. They're on page 254 in your prayer books if you'd like to. 254.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nvi'im tovim v'ratza v'divrehem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'torah Moshe Avdo, Yisrael Amo, V'im Ha'emet V'tzedek. Habaim Yashreish Yaakov, Yatzitzu Farach Yisrael, Umaluf V'nei Tevel Tenuva, Hakmakat Makehu Hikahu im kehereg harugav horag besasa beshalha terivena haga biruho hakasha biyom karim lachen bezot yahu paravon Yaakov v'zeh Kol peri hasir hatato besumo ko avnei mizbeah ke avnei gir menu patzot lo yakumu aserim v'hamanim. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Sor kol ha'olamim, Sadik bechol hadarot, Ha'el ha'ne'eman, Ha'omer ve'oseh, Ha'mdaber kayem, Shekol divarav emet v'tzedek. Al ha'torah, v'al ha'avodah, v'al hanvin, v'ha'yon ha'shabbat hazeh. Shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu likdusha velimnuha lehavod utifaret al hakol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim la umvarhim ota yitbarashim ha befi kol chai tamid leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Mikadesh HaShabbat.
Simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov. Yehelanu mazel tov, a simmin tov, a mazel tov, a simmin tov, a mazel tov, a simmin tov.
Looks like some of you got a nice stash of candy. That was good. That was fat. Wow, it is clean. That was good. What you're about to hear is going to be fabulous. Going to be some words of Torah from our bat mitzvah. When she's done, you're going to think, wow, that was fabulous. And by the way, it's going to be fabulous because we have heard this. We know what she's going to say, and you're going to be wowed. When you're wowed, it's not a show, so we're not going to applaud. But in lieu of that, though, when you are recognizing how great it was, here at CBI we do a big hand. So let's practice. Everyone give her a big hand. Practice. Yes, excellent. So she's going to deliver this beautifully and slowly, and going to enunciate. And now we're going to hear some words from our bat mitzvah.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. At this Shabbat morning service, we read from the second chapter of the book Exodus, Shemot, the Hebrew word meaning names. A Hebrew man, Amram, a Levite, marries a woman from his tribe, Yocheved, and they have a male child. Yocheved hides him for 3 months rather than perform the Pharaoh's decree of casting newborn Israelite boys into the Nile River. When she can no longer hide him, she waterproofs a straw basket and places it in the Nile River. The baby's older sister, Miriam, follows the floating basket to see what happens to her baby brother. Pharaoh's daughter is at the river to bathe. Noticing the floating basket, she miraculously stretches out her hand to retrieve the basket. Myths say that her finger even extended past its original length. The princess figures out that the baby boy must be a Hebrew. She takes pity on him and determines to adopt him as her son. Miriam approaches the princess and offers to find her a wet nurse from the Hebrews. And then Yocheved takes on that role and raises her son until he is weaned. After 2 years, she brings her son to the daughter of Pharaoh. The princess named Batya, which means daughter of God, had earlier named him Moshe, because Mi Hamayim Meshitihu means I drew him from the water, also known as Moses in English. This was an Egyptian name that later became a popular Hebrew name. Thus, he has 2 names and 2 identities, one as a Hebrew named Tuvia, according to the Midrash, an Israelite born, and the other as Moshe, raised as an Egyptian prince. Years later, Moses grows to be a man. While observing the Pharaoh's slaves at work, he sees an Egyptian taskmaster beat an Israelite. This makes him furious. He kills the taskmaster and hides the corpse in the sand. Moses leaves to go to the Midian, where he marries Zipporah and lives as a shepherd. One day, God appears before him, commanding him to return to Egypt and liberate his peers. When Moses returns, he and his brother Aaron tell the Pharaoh to free their people. Pharaoh refuses to and makes work more insufferable for the Israelites. Today we learn our great leader Moses, who led us out of slavery to the Promised Land. This weekend, we commemorate another Moses, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who had a dream to finally lead his people out of inequality and into total freedom. Free at last was his wish. He often referred to Moses in his speeches. We read how Miriam watches her brother as he flows along the Nile. I feel that this part of the story relates to me and my brother. As an older sister, I feel that it is one of my duties to protect my younger brother. Henry means so much to me, and I will forever be by his side. As my dad always says, we will always be the same blood. As Batya miraculously stretches out her fingers to retrieve Moses, I feel that metaphorically I can apply this to my life. I feel that reaching out to others in terms of support and love is one of the kindest things you can do for someone else. Lending a hand and supporting others is a mitzvah that we should all follow. For my mitzvah project, I reached out and collected funds to give to SCOPE. SCOPE stands for Summer Camp Opportunities Promote Education, which is a nonprofit organization that sends underprivileged children to sleepaway camp for 1 to 2 weeks all over the country. Camp teaches me so many important values like tradition, independence, community, family, and more. Camp is my happy place, and I would love for all my underprivileged peers to be able to experience all the wonderful opportunities camp has to offer. Moses and Aaron go to Pharaoh, asking him to set the Israelites free. Although the outcome would be very hard to achieve, they still asked Pharaoh. I believe sticking up for what you believe in is very important in today's society. With increasing anti-Semitism, along with many other forms of prejudice in our world today, sticking to your beliefs can be frightening, but it's how you stay strong. As a young Jewish adult today, I promise to peacefully stand by my beliefs. While Moses is an Egyptian prince, at the same time, he is a male Israelite. I take on the identity of Sylvie Stein, as well as many others. I am a daughter, a sister, a granddaughter, a niece, a cousin, a dancer, a camper, a friend, and a newly Jewish adult. Although we are seen having a singular identity, we all possess so many other identities as well. I am more than just one name. As a bat mitzvah, I represent all of my names, Sheva Giddo, Sylvie Grace Stein, but all of my other nicknames like Sil, Beans, Sylvester, and Steiny, just to name a few. I would like to thank Cantor Munchnick, Rabbi Keller, Neil Marcus, Mira Davidson, and Liat Avivi for being such incredible mentors, helping me learn so much and preparing me for today. I would like to thank all of my amazing friends that live nearby, from dance, Hebrew school, and more, for always being by my side and coming to support me on my special day. Thank you to all of my camp friends who traveled from up north to be with me on my special day. I truly have the best friends I could ask for. I would like to thank my family who lives close by. You guys are so important to me, and I genuinely have the best Florida family possible. And thank you to all my family who flew in from New York, New Jersey, and Arizona. It makes me so happy to see how lucky I am to have a full family that loves and cares for me so much. I would like to thank my maternal grandparents, Papa Harvey and Shelley Lefkowitz. You both have been an essential part of my bat mitzvah and Jewish identity. Papa Harvey helped me learn my Hebrew, reviewed my Torah portions with me while driving me to Hebrew, and has helped me understand and write this Devar Torah. Grandma Shelley has taught me what a warm Jewish household is like by always having us over for the holidays and Shabbat. Thank you for always showering me with so much love and support. I would like to thank my paternal grandparents, Mark and Toby Stein, my Gagi and Pata. I can always count on Gagi for good advice, encouragement, and for making me smile in every situation. Pata makes me laugh, and spending time with him is something I will forever cherish. I want to thank you both for taking me to Israel. It gave me a deeper understanding of what it means to be Jewish and why we must protect Israel. I would like to thank my brother Henry for being the sweetest brother in the entire world. You have a heart of gold and are always thinking of me. What other brother sits through multiple ballets a year, waits patiently in the car while mom drives me to ballet, and even picked the menu for my bat mitzvah party? Thank you for always putting up with me and for cooperating like no 8-year-old would. I will forever be the Miriam to your Moses. And last but not least, I would like to thank my parents. I would not be anywhere without you both. Thank you for always being by my side, helping me with whatever I need, and teaching me so many important lessons, and raising me into the young Jewish woman I am today. No, I got it. Daddy, my twin, you are always down to have the best time with me and bright in any situation. You are always making me laugh when I'm upset and being able to cheer me up in seconds. You are always up for a quick trip and you're the best travel buddy. We look the same, act the same, and I believe I'm starting to develop a Pepsi Zero addiction too. I'm the luckiest in the world to be able to call you my dad. And this gives a perfect example why everyone needs a Laura in their lives. You may be hard to take seriously at times, but you are a constant role model in my life. You've shown me that you can be a hardworking doctor and change people's lives while still being my full-time chef, chauffeur, launderer, and dance manager. You are there to make me laugh, hug me when I'm down, and tell me your honest opinion when no one will, even if it might not be what I want to hear. I truly have the best mom out there. There is no Sylvie without the two of you, and I couldn't love a duo more. My love for the two of you is infinite. One special guest who couldn't make it today, my precious puppy Bowie, who truly completes the family. Our family is what I adore most, and I love you all. This Shabbat, I stand here as a bat mitzvah. I promise to do my best to be worthy of these multiple valued names and identities. I want to be proud of myself and share that pride with all of you. Shabbat shalom.
Second myself after that one. There's one thing to see the speech on a page, right? But then to stand here and watch the bat mitzvah deliver it and feel it like that is a whole different world. We were also a little misty over there, too, sharing in this moment. We were definitely verklempt. We're definitely verklempt. Yeah, that was heartfelt, beautiful, meaningful, and connective to Torah and to who you are and who we know you will be. So thank you for sharing your perspective on these beautiful words of Torah. We are going to invite now Malia Levinson and Johnny Fishman up to the bima to do the prayer for our country and the prayer for Israel. Everyone can follow along, by the way. They're in your prayer book, so it's 258 and 259. 258 and 259 is where they'll be reading. 258 and 259.
Thus says Adonai, this is what I desire, to unlock the fetters of wickedness and untie the cords of lawlessness, to let the oppressed go free, to break off every yoke. Share your bread with the hungry and take the wretched poor into your home. When you see the naked, give clothing and do not ignore your own kin. If you banish the yoke from your midst, the menacing hand, the evil speech, if you offer compassion to the hungry and satisfy the famished creature, then your light shall shine in darkness. O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion, help us all to appreciate one another, and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit. Amen.
For the state of Israel. O Heavenly One, protector and redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love, spread it over the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen.
Johnny, I think you're staying here. No, you're staying here. We are going to return the Torah to the Ark. So we're on page 256, and we already have Johnny, which is good. We need Harrison. We need Harrison, and we need Jared to join us back up here as we are going to return it to the Ark. Again, 256 in your Siddur, and together we stand.
Yehalelu et Shem Adonai ki niskav Shemo levado Hodo al eretz v'shamayim vayarem keren le'amo tehila lecho
Please be seated.
Do I stand here or do I sit down? That's fine. Big man. Your time to shine.
Sylvie, as the days were leading up to today, and you and your mom would incessantly ask me if I had written my speech yet, I always gave you my simple and most used answer I give, which is, don't worry about it. The truth is, I wasn't worried about it because saying something to you with all your friends and family here is easy. When you were first born, on that frigid blizzard morning in New York City, the morning that made me a dad, I was terrified. I was completely unprepared and unaware of how to be a parent, let alone to a girl. I went on the wisdom of friends and family who said, you'll figure it out. As the weeks went by, it's well documented, again by your mom, that I was a train wreck and ignored you. I didn't hold you very much, didn't touch you very much, and didn't even know what to say. I questioned whether I was built to be a good father and if I had what it took to do this, the most important job in my life. As the weeks and months went by, you made this job the easiest one I ever had. Once I got over the fear that you wouldn't break, your personality, kindness, and demeanor made it a walk in the park to love you more and more every single second. From there, as the years passed, your individuality and your persona grew. You became not only my firstborn love, but you became my best friend. And I know that's cliche to say, however, You developed a sense of humor and easiness in how you do things that I and many others naturally gravitate towards. People say that we look alike, and I always love and take pride when they say that. I call you my twin, and we have a bond that's unbreakable. Although you are my twin, you handle life and obstacles that come your way easier and with poise and compassion better than I ever have. One of the traits that you inherited of mine, my twin, which is one I wish you didn't, is that you have a tendency to be too hard on yourself. You don't look at your accomplishments and sit back and enjoy them and bask in their glory. Everything you have done this day, you have done on your own, because that's just you, and that's how you operate in all aspects of life. This time, sit back and enjoy the moment. I am proud of you every second of every day and love you more than you will ever know. My twin, I love you.
That's really good. All right. That was great. We didn't read each other's speeches, so that was the first time I heard that. That's great. All right, ready? All right. Almost exactly to the date, 13 years ago, on a cold and very gray New York City day, on a bima very similar to this one, a beautiful baby girl was born. She put on her first little black dress. I think she outgrew it. And was given her birth name, Sheva Gittel. The Bible is full of stories, so I figured I'd tell you all a story. Once upon a time, there was a melancholic young woman who saw the world in black and white. Seeing the world as yes or no, light or dark, right or wrong, led to her sadness. One day, a respected friend said to this young woman, "If you want to have moments of happiness in your life, you have to learn to see the world in shades of gray. If you can see the world through gray lenses, you have a chance to experience great things. Travel and see the world. Try new foods and wine. See beautiful art. Hear music that moves your soul. Dance and experience moments of sheer joy. But even more importantly is to fail repeatedly and learn from that failure to pick yourself up and try again. Because in life, even if you fail, at least you can say you tried." So this young woman put on her ruby reddish running sneakers and started her journey on the gray brick road. After a few stops in this path, she took a deep breath, turned to her husband and said, "Let's have a baby." He looked at his wife, he took a deep breath and said, "Okay." On December 13th, 2009, a very cold, gray New York City day with an impending snowstorm, a star was born. Named after loving, independent thinking great aunts, the joyful couple came up with the name Sylvie Gray. The middle name Gray was carefully chosen to remind the new family to always stay on the gray path together for the rest of their lives. Plus, Sylvie Gray was the perfect stage name for this growing little star. She lived up to her name. She loved to express herself and be dramatic. Sylvie walked around New York City in full-out Disney princess costumes and wigs instead of winter coats and hats. When 3-year-old Sylvie Gray moved to Florida and was introduced to her new nursery teacher, Miss Amy, she asked if she could sing. In the hallway, Sylvie Gray belted out, "The sun will come out tomorrow." And Miss Amy turned to me and said, "This one's going to be a star." As you all now bore witness to, singing is just one of her many talents. But Sylvie's true brilliance is in her ability to dance. She danced before she could walk and was performing competitively on stage from the age of 4. She was never nervous, She was born to perform. Whether a group dance or solo, she just comes alive when she's on stage, just like she did on this bima. In the last few years, she has focused on ballet with Boca Ballet Theater Corps. Sylvie truly takes my breath away when she dances. I could continue to boast with 100 adjectives about how intelligent, beautiful, talented, witty, and caring my daughter is. How she emits precious, positive energy into the ether. What a good daughter, sister, granddaughter, niece, cousin, and friend Sylvie Gray is. But you all know that because you took the time to travel here, near or far, to celebrate her bat mitzvah. But if I was only allowed one word to describe my Sylvie Gray, I would choose the word resilient. The definition of resilient is, no matter what comes in the way of a person, they are able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult situations. And if there was only one word to describe the Jewish people, it would also be resilient. As Sylvie discussed in her Dvar Torah with Moses, with Moses as our righteous leader, we rose up against slavery and then walked for 40 years in the desert until we came to the promised land. Now that's resilience. Sylvie has never backed down from a challenge in life. She always turns lemons into lemonade. She has swallowed her pride in many situations and held her head up high and done what needed to be done, even if she was sad or felt defeated. She always acts professionally at ballet and is a diligent and responsible student at school and Hebrew school. Sylvie, you are a dream come true daughter. Your brilliance amazes me every day. Watching you grow into this beautiful young lady has been the most thrilling ride of my life. You shine and radiate all that is good in the world. Can't see. Whatever road you choose to follow in life, I know one thing for sure. You will fly over the rainbow. Your future will be as bright and as exciting as you are. All right, made it through. Now what?
To keep tissues over there by us where we're sitting. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We have gifts. Would you like some gifts? Yes. We have gifts on behalf of the congregation. So the first is the bat mitzvah certificate. There's your name, there's the date, signed by all the clergy. You signed it earlier. Here it is. How come she was the only one who oohed and awed? No one else even oohed and awed. All right. You also get this from us. What's that?
Is that the Torah?
It's the Torah. Yes, it is the Torah. What does it say on the inside cover there? What does the inside cover say? What does that say? What does it say?
For Sylvie Stein.
Hey, that's you. That's so great. What else does it say? Does it say anything else? Yeah, has the year and the date on it. Nice. Okay, this is a little gift from us, and it's on purpose, by the way, that we give you a smaller version of it because we hope, God willing, in the years to come, you go a little bit high school and then eventually to college, and that we'd like for this to travel with you wherever you go. It's a little compact version of the Torah. It's always good to have a little compact version of the Torah wherever you go. We know many of our B'nai Mitzvah who are now in college, have sent us photos of this sitting on their little shelves in their dorms, just to have a little Torah in there. It's a good thing to have. So it is a travel-sized Torah for you. That's on behalf of the congregation. On behalf of this is from the Brotherhood, I think. That's from the Brotherhood. That's for you. You're just going to open it right now? Oh, yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, of course you should. Yeah.
My bad. Thought we were doing an unboxing video.
I didn't even notice your nails are so nice. I didn't even notice your nails. Your nails are so
Thank you.
nice. It's nice. I did mine too. What do you think?
Yeah, they look good.
Thank you.
Where'd you get them done?
You know who this is?
Ham.
So the Brotherhood, the Brotherhood usually takes a lot of time and care to find the right book that they think will fit the Bar Bat Mitzvah. And they thought for you that a book on Chana Senesh would be a really, really good book. She was one of the most interesting and strong women in Jewish history. And so they thought it might be an interesting gift for you. And so you have sort of like a bit of a diary, sort of also a compilation of a book on Chana Senesh, who is an incredible, powerful Jewish woman. And you strike me as an incredible, powerful Jewish woman. So I think that's a good fit on behalf of the Brotherhood. This is from the Sisterhood.
And nails are like knives.
What's that? Yeah, your nails are, it's nice. I don't You can just go ahead, just tear it. There you go. Get it open. There you go. What'd you get there?
Shabbat candles?
Yes, Shabbat candles. So we hope also, God willing, that you will use these Shabbat candlestick holders for many years to come, not just for Shabbat, but on holidays. And they're also a nice little travel size set also, so that God willing, you'll use them for many, 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 many years to come. Because, it's good to keep on all the good Jewish stuff and the Jewish tradition. So there's all your things from congregation B'nai Israel. So I say this almost every week. Not every week, but almost every week. I really believe that you don't pick your Torah portion. I think it picks you. I think even though your parents sat down years ago and zeroed in on a date that might work, I think somehow in the cosmos, the Torah portion picks you. Because I think that this Torah portion could not have fallen on a better Shabbat and have not fallen on a better moment than this moment for you. And there are a lot of reasons. And I'm just going to share two of them. One is that this Torah portion, not in the section that you read, but right in the two sections afterwards, talks about the burning bush, actually, right? Everyone knows the story of the burning bush, and yeah, good, I'm getting some nods. Good, all right, thank you. I got 3 nods, so thank you. Yes. So the story of the burning bush is right that Moses is after he leaves being the prince of Egypt, he escapes and he kind of runs away and he becomes a shepherd. And while he's shepherding the flock, he's wandering in nowhere with the flock, and this he notices this little tree, this little bush is on fire, and not only that, he notices it's also not being consumed. Meaning it's on fire, but it's not going away. How is it possible that it doesn't just disintegrate? It's still on fire. And there's this great midrash, this great story that tells us that it was burning for hundreds of years and no one noticed. So many people walked by the burning bush and no one even cared to turn around or look at what's happening. And because Moses does it, because Moses takes a second and evaluates what's going on around him and notices that this bush isn't being consumed from the fire, that's when God shows up and talks to him and says, hey, you are special. And because you're so special, I'm choosing you to lead the Israelites. And so Sylvie, so many characteristics, I think, fall very similar to you. You are a standout. And because of being a standout, I think that you have this ability to not just focus and have tunnel vision on something, but look at a broader picture. And now as a bat mitzvah, we're going to ask you, it's a big challenge, to do that, to do something similar to what Moses did. Turn around and see, look at what's going on. Don't just walk by. We live so much in our phones, right? We live so much on screens. We live so much in little tiny squares that we don't get to look at the world around us. And imagine if Moses was on his phone, he would not have looked around and noticed that. So think about that we're so much bigger than that. And so that's the first part. The first part is, I'm pretty sure that you're going to help and show us that there are so many ways that we can look at things just like he did, and because he did that, he gets to be Moses. That's one. Two, and I was going to say this anyway, but then your parents, and each of them who didn't know that what the other person was going to say, said this so beautifully about your name. Right? First of all, Sylvie is a beautiful name. And Gray is, when I saw it, I thought to myself, that's a very intriguing, very beautiful, and interesting name for a middle name. And then they both shared the story of the gray, right? And then your mom went on to explain this beauty of living in the gray is so good because black and white pushes it into corners, and yet the gray is what allows us to also see certain things in a different way, right? If you're stuck in black, like, I'm only going to do this, I'm not ever deviating. Or if you're in the white, I'm only going to do this, I'm never deviating. The world gets so limited for us, and we don't get to see the gray. So you get to live it because it's who you are. It's in your name. It's part of who you are. It's literally you. You are the symbol for us of not getting stuck in the left or the right, but to notice how we come together. And you said that also beautifully on this incredible weekend that fell for you on MLK, where Dr. King tried to also not have us see colors, right? To have us see beyond that. And so here's what I want to say to you. Why did the Torah portion fall perfectly for you? It couldn't have fallen any better. Because it's called, what's your Torah portion called?
Shemot.
Shemot. And Shemot means
Names.
names. So I don't think it could have fallen any better than how perfect it is that it's your name here that connects for us on this Shabbat.
Thank you.
And then there is this beautiful Jewish teaching, and I'm going to end with this. I actually mentioned this already once this week, so Cantor Muchnick knows what I'm going to say, which is that really in Judaism, we carry three names. We carry the name that we're given, the name that people call us, which you told us, people have all kinds of names for you, Sil and Sylvester and a bunch of different names, right? And what's the third name?
Our middle name? I don't know.
It's the name that we make for ourselves. And I know that everyone here, everyone who loves you and cares about you, and everyone who's watching a live stream or anyone outside who knows you, and I know everyone here at Congregation B'nai Israel, can't wait to be on this ride with you on the name you're going to make for yourself. Because it's going to be fabulous. And we will be honored to be part of this ride with you on the name that you make for yourself, on this Shabbat of Shemot, on this Shabbat that reminds us that the gray is such a great place to be because it doesn't force us to be on one side or the other. And if it's okay with you, we'd like to give a little extra blessing for you on the Shabbat. You good for a little extra blessing?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to invite your parents and your brother to join us on the bima. We're going to ask everyone to please stand.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and protect you.
Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's presence shine upon you and be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yaseim lecha. Shalom.
May God's presence be with you all the days of your life and grant you peace. As together we all say, Amen. Was it good amen we got out there? We're going to remain standing and begin to conclude our service with Aleinu, which can be found on page 282 in your Sidurim, 282.
Aleinu l'shameach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו Ushemo Echad.
We transition our thoughts and think of those who are in the period of Shloshim, the immediate 30-day mourning period. We think of Miriam Barrick, and we think of our yortzites that occur for us this week here at Congregation. B'nai Israel, Samuel Schwartz, Annette Bergen, Nancy Klott, Samuel Klott, Herbert Cohen, Ann C. Cook, Leona Kortman, Terry Gale Dubov Richmond, Anna Frank, Leo Friedman, Ellen Gentile, Sandor Howard, Max Calvert, Helen Carlin, Shirley Cunin, David Linder, Isidore Reiner, Jay Ring, Herman Rosen, Stephen M. Rothenberg, Gary Sobel, Winfred Stark, Rose Zoll. To those names, we had any name that you would like to add at this time. Mourner's Kaddish can be found on page 294. Yitgadal v'kadash mirabah, be'alma divrach cherutei ve'amlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, b'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabah mevorach le'olam olamei almana, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitada v'yitale v'yitala shmei kodesha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, ta'amiran ba'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlomo rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, as together we say, amen. Please be seated. We have several endings for our service today. The first ending is going to be Kiddush and Motzi. So we're going to invite you and your brother and your parents again to stand over there. And we're going to invite, Harvey is doing Kiddush for us. Right, Harvey? Are you doing Kiddush for us? And we're also going to invite Mark Stein, who's doing Motzi for us. That's for you. No, not you, not yet. This is wine, though. You want some wine? I know you don't drink wine, not yet.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותה ברית עולם.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen.
Amen.
Juice.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen.
And we're going to invite Rochelle Lefkowitz and Toby Stein and Henry to join us for En Kelohenu as our leaders here for En Kelohenu. We're on page 322 in your Sidurim still, 322.
I'll hold it for you.
322.
One, two, three. Ein Kelohenu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kemalkenu, Ein Kemoshienu, Mi Kelohenu, Mi Kadonenu, Mi Kemalkenu, Mi Kemoshienu, Nado Eloheinu, no del Adonenu, no del Malkeinu, no del Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, Atu Eloheinu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu.
Adonai oz la'amo yiten, Adonai varech et amo v'shalom. May God give strength unto our people. Continue to bless us with hope and strength and love and peace. Mazel tov and Shabbat shalom, everybody. Shabbat shalom.